Hello, everybody. I am Jeff of Battery City Studios, and welcome. That was a pretty cool short, right? It probably wasn't the coolest thing in the world you've seen on the internet, but we improvised the whole thing as we were shooting it. So with that in mind, I think it was pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do the visual effects for that video. It's not that hard, actually. 2 out of 5 faders. I'm gonna rate this 2 out of 5 faders. And yeah, so what I'm gonna show you is how to do the teleportation effect, the muzzle flashes, etc, etc, etc. And in part 2, because this is part 1 as you'll see in the title, in part 2 I'm gonna show you how to sound design the video in Pro Tools so that you can do it like yourself. You can download Pro Tools first, it's free, or you can buy Pro Tools monthly, yearly, or perpetually. It doesn't matter. Pro Tools is awesome. I will stand by it forever. Anyway, let's go ahead and show you the original. I mean, I want to show you the original footage of this, but honestly, it doesn't. It's just gonna show you what we have without the effects. So I cut it up in Premiere. You see him running down, he jumps, and poosh, he teleports. But this is a very Windows Movie Maker transition, right? Yeah, for all you starters out there using free things. And no, don't get me wrong, I used Windows Movie Maker for about a year and a half before transitioning to Sony Vegas, which I then transitioned to Premiere, and now I'm hooked on Premiere and After Effects and just the Adobe Creative Cloud in general. Alright, so what we see here is a quick cut. Bang. He jumps, and before he even lands, he's in the next place. Alright? It's cute. Alright. So I'm not going to say the name of this kid just because he's so young and I don't have permission from his parents to use his name. But for now, we're going to call him the boy. So we see the boy jumping from one place to the other like he's teleporting. It's pretty cool, right? Alright, so what do we do to mask this cut? I use the first instance of Shockwave by Video Copilot, because I am a firm user of Video Copilot. I love every single thing that they put out. Andrew Kramer is a talented visual effects artist. He's done so many things, and he puts out tools for other visual effects artists, and you can see Shockwave used in Hollywood movies as well as television. I mean, it's inexpensive and it is effective. So the first instance we're gonna see is when he jumps first. So it's gonna right? It's crazy. Stop. And boom. Whoa, look at that. So let's see what I did to it. Alright, so we have time remapping because it explodes a little slow for my taste. This is the solo button. Alright, so it explodes a little slow for my taste. Alright? It'll explode and then it slowly puffs out. Alright? I'm gonna do this for all instances of Shockwave. I'm generally going to use the same Shockwave. I think I did only use one Shockwave for all the teleports just so they're all look the same, all in the same world. So yeah, what we see is him jumping from poof, one place to the other. Alright, and it's behind him. You can see it. It's cool, it's nice. Right? So poof. But I mean, you can still see that it's cut, right? That's cause I am not done, my friends. So what we have here is our second instance of Shockwave. Okay, so first of all, let me note one thing. You'll notice before anything, you put it down and it looks like this. And poof, it still keeps going, but I mean, this is supposed to be behind him, not in front of him, so it kills the illusion, right? So, what do? You put on a mask on it. Right? So I did this mask right here. I mean, I probably should have masked even more right here. But it's a frame and you didn't notice. Don't what, you noticed? No, you didn't. Don't lie. So I did a quick rough mask around the boy's shoulder because it doesn't go past that. So you'll see, like, it's not perfect, but because he's moving, it's still okay. So we have that, and now it appears as though the Shockwave is behind him. And I stopped with the mask there because at that point it's just smoke and you can barely see it. Alright, what next? Like, you can still tell that it's been cut. By the way, that command I'm doing, Shift Option H, it's just to hide all this stuff you see here. It's nothing. It doesn't do anything other than that. Alright, so what else are we gonna do here? We're gonna add our second instance of Shockwave, which is when he poof appears in front of us. And now Shockwave, if you have Shockwave, you'll know Shockwave looks like this. It's white. There's nothing but white. And how do you color it? I mean, you can use the tint, you can use curves, but Video Copilot also puts out a lovely little doohickey called Poof Color Vibrance. Now, what did I do here? Just whatever. Color Vibrance. So what did I just how did I get the color? I use the color picker and chose something on his shirt. I think it was probably this area right here, and then for the second one I chose the fire on his shirt. And for all of it I used colors that were on their clothes because I mean it just made sense to me. Anyway, so what else do we see? Now, so far we have this. And it looks great, right? But you know what I didn't notice? This lady up here kind of disappears. Oops. It's canon, actually. When someone teleports, someone else has to leave the whatever. So, I mean, the mask I did in the background, it probably didn't matter anyway. But, you know, that's about perfection. But speaking of perfection, nothing is perfect without a little bit of J.J. Abrams' action. We need a lens flare, you know? So, again, of course, by Video Copilot, we have optical flares. Now, what did I do here? Right. So, position I don't care about. It's the brightness that I care about. So what we see here is I set keyframes and I edited it in the graph editor so that I have a bit more control of the way it looks. So now the brightness dies off really quick, but slowly comes to an end. Now what did I do here? I set up my preset. Actually, I don't think my preset even exists on this machine. I did this in a different machine. Basically, you find your presets, or you can create your own from scratch. You know, they give you all the pieces, and you see how it looks in certain places. And to me, it looks great. You have a lot more flexibility than you do with the lens flare that comes with After Effects. I got distracted by the lens flare. Color tint, the same way I colored his shirt, except instead of color picking from his shirt, I color picked from Shockwave itself. And now you can see the brightness is at 650. Jesus! But the next frame is at 211, 66, finally 13, and you can still see it, but barely, and then it's gone. So frame by frame, this is what you see. This one was pretty awesome. So, let me show you everything without the effects first. This is what you get. I shook the camera aggressively to give a sense of realism. And it was fun to do. It was hard to get right, but I think we nailed it. But you can still see that it's cut the same way it was before. So how did I manage to get rid of that? Well, first of all, we have our Shockwave. Now you can see that there's already motion blur on it. Why? Because the camera's already moving. So we have motion blur enabled for it. So she's getting ready. She jumps and poof. You can still see it though. And this took hand animating, which is why I thought it was fun. Because there wasn't a lot of hand animating, but it was still there, and it was still pretty cool. So then I have that going for the rest of the comp, even though you don't see it again. So what do you get there? You get this pretty awesome sequence. And it's awesome because I said it's awesome because I did it myself. That's a really short time. Hold on. Alright. So it gives that extra piece of realism. And you know, like I said before, you need the entrance Shockwave piece too, which is right here. And guess who hand animated this too? You got it. This one was a little harder because it's staying there for the whole time, and there's just a lot of moving. In fact, I think the motion only stops maybe here. Either way, you get a lot of motion with the Shockwave effect still going. And it's just kind of evaporating in the wind, and poof. Yeah. Wonder what sound I'm gonna use for this. Oh wait, you already know. Alright, so that's pretty awesome, right? Alright, so what's this? Ooh, 2 lens flares. What's going on here? I keep locking this. Bang. Oh, this part. This is the original footage. Bang. Bang. Right. You ready? Cool. So, what the hell does that mean? I turn on our first Shockwave instance, and boom, this is when he jumps through. Guess what? It gets a lens flare. He jumps through. He gets his second one. Guess what? He also gets a lens. This one. This is my aggressive lens flare. This is... You see how aggressive that... Whoa. It was so aggressive that it crashed After Effects. Just gonna go ahead and open that back up, I guess. Okay, so this is my aggressive flare. I mean, look at the detail that Andrew Kramer puts into this thing. I mean, look at the way it creeps up over the fucking simulated matte box. Look. Oh, so beautiful. And look, you can see screen effects. Look, it's a dirty screen. I mean, come on. Like I was saying, you have that, but you'll notice there's some camera shake going on. Bang. And movement. So, what the hell, man? I did not hand animate this one for the purpose of this video. So what did I do? Come over here. You can see I motion tracked this bottom one after he jumps through. And I motion tracked it just on position based on this leaf. Do you see the leaf? It's a cute leaf. So, you can see it. It's beautiful. You can scroll through it. You see the box is just perfectly aligned to it. I mean, I could just type leaf. This beautiful leaf. It's just so perfect in every way. Take it. And you can see that it's perfectly tracked on this leaf. So good. Poof! Leaf! Then I parented both shockwaves to the leaf so that it captures the camera movement that's going on. And I probably could have captured rotation too, and I probably should have. But honestly, I think this worked just as well with less CPU. And then we turn on our lens flares, and it just adds even more. I mean, look how aggressive that lens flare is. And it's just right out of the box perfection, you know? Thank you for sticking around this long to see it. YouTube treasures watch minutes, so just stick through this next 5-minute rant. Just kidding. This is actually the end of the video. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Do this in your next project. I mean, I'd love to see a really good teleport effect. I mean, there are better ones, but this is great for, you know, the minimalist. And yeah, everything you saw me do here you can do in your favorite compositor. I mean, Hit Films is a great compositor. You know, just find what works best for you. Don't take it. I didn't show you like exact measurements of everything for a reason. I want everything is a custom job, and I want you to have that customized look for your project. In the future, I may get into like the super nitty gritty things, but for now, I mean, this is perfect. Stick around for part 2, which is sound design in Pro Tools, which you can probably do in Premiere or Audition as well. I know Pro Tools like the back of my hand, so I do it there because I can do it quickly. Thank you so much for watching, and I am Jeff from Battery City. Links in the description that I think you should check out. I will see you around for the next tutorial. Later!